Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Hey, gonna try to keep this video a little shorter today because this is a smaller part of my audience, and that is those of you under 25. You're not a big percentage of my audience, but some of you have been asking me, can I do a video for you? So I'm gonna take this Saturday where I normally don't do videos, and then I'm gonna do another video dating over 55, and hopefully I could drop that later today. And so it'll be 2 videos a day, Lord willing. Now, for the under 25, when you're dating under 25, what I want you to understand now, 95 or 94% of my YouTube audience is women. You know, that other 5 to 6% are men. It's like 5.7% of what YouTube told me. So it's mostly women on here. Now we got some men on here, just a few that's under 25. Here's what you got to realize is you can have your eyes open for your life partner. You can have your eyes open for them, and you may meet your life partner under the age of 25. I married my wife at 23. I had just turned 23. So basically, 22, the end of 22. I had just turned 23. I had only been 23 for 3 weeks. So I was still young. I met her at 21. At 21, when I met her, 2 or 3 months in, I ran her off. And we were apart for 6 months. She called it a break, but I think really she was done. We just so happened to link back up 6 months later. Now, I guess this is what happened. At 21 years old, I knew nothing really about healthy love and healthy relationships. When I met my wife, I came out of a 2-year toxic relationship. In every sense of the word, toxic. You hear me? And then when I got with my wife, I still was toxic. She had been dealing with grown boys, and she was looking for something a little more mature, something a little more on her level, somebody who know how to talk, communicate, conversate, treat people, give love and receive love. That's what she was looking for. But the men she had been meeting and the men she had been dating, they weren't on that level. They still wanted to play around. They still wanted to sleep around. Guess what? When she met me, so did I. I still was immature. I still wanted to have wandering eyes. I still wanted to lie. I wanted to be toxic, so I wanted to control. I wanted to be jealous and insecure. I wanted to do things my way. Why? Because a woman can be ready for marriage. A woman can be ready under the age of 25. And that's just special women, because it's a whole lot of women that are not ready for marriage under the age of 25. And so where your focus really needs to be under 25, you really should not be looking for love. Love need to find you, men and women. Meaning, to the fellas, if you happen to be at Starbucks and this woman just, you look at her and you feel like so much energy, you feel your wife and you gotta shoot your shot, okay. If you're not ready to settle down, if you're not ready to be in love, then don't make it a romantic thing. Don't go out sleeping around because you are wearing yourself down. You spreading your wild oats, but you forming soul ties. You hurting yourself, and it's going to mess up your vision for your wife. You're going to be jaded. You're going to be scarred, and it's going to hinder you when you actually bump into your wife. So save yourself the headache, and focus on getting your education. If you getting an education, if you going to college, if you're not going to go to college, then focus on your business. Focus on building your business. Focus on taking the courses, taking the classes, doing what you got to do to get the knowledge you need to master business and to grow. If you're going to school, focus on school. Do not focus on a relationship. Same to the ladies. Your focus should be on you. developing you as a person and as a professional. If you're in college, then go to college. Go to college. If you're in college, go to college. What I mean by that is focus on college. Focus on your schoolwork. Focus on getting the apps. Focus on getting straight A's. Focus on graduating, valedictorian, or whatever y'all call it, summa cum laude, and all of this. He got body. Yeah, summa cum laude. So if you get your bachelor's, then, and you want your master's, go on get your master's. Or if you finish and then it's time for med school or law school, go through that. Get through that law school, you might be 25, 26. Med school, 25, 26. Get you. If you're not going to do college, you doing an online boutique, you a personal trainer, you a hairstylist, you do nails, you a life coach, whatever it is. Mentor, you mentoring, teenagers as a life coach. You start a nonprofit to help the homeless or to help, troubled teens. Focus on that. Up until the 25-year mark, that's really just a period of building you. You only giving yourself 7 years from 18 to 25 to get your stuff in order. And the reason why you need to be in order is because when you bring somebody in your life, everything changes. Your focus changes because now you got a balance. So imagine being able to do homework for 4 hours straight. Well, if you get out of school, 2 or 3 o'clock, and then you got to go work your job, and then you go work your job from 3 to 8 p.m. When you get home, you might need to study from 8 p.m. to 10, or from 8 to midnight, or from 8 to 2. If you're in a science major or engineering major, something that's hard, you might have to study from that 8 to 2, 8 to midnight. But guess what? If you in a relationship, this person, they want to talk to you. They want to hang out with you. They want to come over there. So now you trying to study, but you can't really study because you biting your lip trying to look cute while you're reading your textbook. You can't even study. And then if this man or this woman, they might not even care about school. If they're a communications major, which is the major that all the pro athletes that's in college, but they going pro, they do communications because I guess somebody told them that's the easiest major. I don't know if that's true or not. So forgive me if you do communications and it's hard, but one thing I know about being a college athlete is that's what they tell you to take if you're trying to go pro. So excuse me, forgive me. Don't go off in the comments about your little major, but it ain't biomedical science. I know that. Okay. Criminology. I was a criminology major. It was not hard to me. Now it might have been hard to you, but I just didn't care nothing about school. So guess what? My criminology homework, I'm done with that in an hour. My wife, she was biomedical science. So guess what? She was in the library. She had to close down the library. The workers had to kick her out the library. So if you in school and you dealing with somebody that their major is not as hard as yours, guess what? They sitting over there, you trying to study, they playing in your hair. They grabbing a little booty. They kissing on your neck. You think it's funny. You think it's cute. They think it's funny. They think it's cute. Next thing you know, you in college and you pregnant. That's exactly what happened to me and my wife. I didn't have goals that she had. So I became a distraction. And guess what? Because she wanted love, because she wanted that male energy in her life. She didn't grow up with her father in the home. So she wanted that male energy in her life. And although she had standards, and although she was strong, and although I saw she was wife material, she still was not perfect. She still was not invincible. So I was able to break through. I was able to get her in the bed and got her pregnant. And so now she had to finish a biomedical science major and go on to get a master's in medical sciences as a mother. Can you imagine how hard that was? And then she had to make a decision on, do I go to med school and uproot my husband and my son, who is, needs a lot of care because he was born 2.5 months early, very, very bad allergies and asthma and just issues going on with him. She was like, do I want to get in med school and try to be in med school and taking care of my son who needs all of me? And then ask my husband, who doesn't have a college degree, to have to go with me and find a job to take care of me and my son while I'm in med school. So just by the simple choice of her choosing to get in a relationship, it changed the trajectory of her life. Now guess what? She came to peace with it. She had struggles with it at times, and she's like, should I have done this? Should I have gone all the way? And I tell her all the time, we went to her sister's medical school graduation, and there was a lady who was 40 years old or older. Her sister was like 25 at the time, graduating from medical school. And this lady was graduating from medical school at 40 or 44. This lady had went to become a mother. She became a mother of 4 kids. Then she went and became a lawyer. Then left law and went and became a doctor. So I told my wife, I said, baby, listen, we was derailed. The devil was on my bike. I got on your bike, had you on your bike, and derail your life. I apologize. If you want to go back and do med school and go be a doctor, we'll move wherever you got to move. You take whatever class you got to take. But God gave her a peace that said, this is my life. This is what I want. And she said, I'm happy. I'm happy because, I wanted to be a doctor, but I had to ask myself, was I doing that for me? Or was I doing it for my parents? Because she come from Jamaica. They come to Jamaica. They come to America from Jamaica. And when somebody come from another country, it's serious. It's about business. Listen, you ain't come over here to twiddle your thumb like these American kids. You come over here to make some of yourself. So she had to ask herself, how bad did I really want it? Did I want it for me, or am I happy in this space that I'm in businesses that we created, businesses that we built ourselves, and I could set my own hours. And she at the point now to where she could make 6 figures, but she don't have to work 60 hours. She don't have to work 80 hours. She don't even work 40 hours. She don't even work 20 hours. So, and so she able to be at every recital, every play, everything at school. So her life took a different path. But guess what? It worked out for her. That's an exception to the rule. That's an exception to the rule. Your person that you dealing with, God might not have a calling on their life like he had on mine. So they might derail your path, and it may not be any recourse for that. You just got a derail path. You end up a single mother, single father. You end up in a toxic relationship. So that's why I don't recommend doing what me and my wife did. A lot of times people say, well, Tony, you and your wife did this, so why are you telling us not to do it? Because what me and my wife did is like driving into a tree at 90 miles an hour and we live. That was stupid because I was young and dumb. I was stupid. Look, she had been prepared on how to succeed in school, but she had been prepared on how to deal with men. That's why I do what I do. Teaching the game, because I realized no women really understand how to deal with men. It's very few women who understand the tests and the tricks of the enemy that the man gonna bring to your life and how to handle that. And I tell people all the time, you go to school, you get all these degrees. You get all these masters, doctorate, bachelors, but if you don't know love, if you don't understand love and relationships, you could lose it all. You could lose it all. Now, when my sons go to college, I don't know. My wife may say, hey, I want to go back. I got a master's in medical sciences. I want to go back. I want to do a refresher year, get another master's in something. And then I want to go to nursing school, become a RN or nurse practitioner or physician's assistant, just to have the skill, just to prove to myself that I did it. If she do that, hey, I'm gonna be all cool. Well, we got to go. We got to live in London. We got to live in the islands. We got to live in California, Tennessee, wherever. I'm there because I helped derail her. And I thank God now that I'm able to restore her and that she has a peace. She's not unhappy. She's not unhappy. I done told her several times, look, whatever you want to do, anything you want to go work a job, you want to go work in the hospital, you want to go back to school, you want to go on to med school, because I done seen other people do it. So understand this. Yeah, you might get the opportunity to come back around and to fix your life. You might be able to meet somebody, get married at 21, 22, 23, and y'all ride off into the sunset and things go well. But 9 out of 10 times, that ain't what's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you as a man, the reason why it's not going to happen is because 9 out of 10 times, men under 25 don't have a clue who they are, don't have a clue what they want in life, don't have a clue where they going. They going with the motion. They going through the motions. They trying to put one foot in front of the other, but they just lost in the sauce. They lost like an upside down GPS. Just doing like this. Don't have a clue. And using women for notches in the belt, using women for some consolation, for some peace, for some relaxation, for release, okay? Just using women for that, to deal with his confusion, to deal with his pain, to deal with his low self-esteem. He just dumping himself into a woman because that gives him a release from his brain that calms him down for a few seconds. Her company keeps him calm because it's like being with mama, having that feminine energy to rub your head, massage your back, hug on you, kiss on you. It just releases them endorphins into the body that helps him forget about his confusion, helps him forget about his fears, his worries, his insecurities. And so, but he doesn't know what a real husband is. He doesn't know what a real man is. So 9 out of 10 times, a man that's 25 or under is going to run a woman's life in the ground. It's going to derail your life and you might not be able to get back on track. I thank God my wife and I were able to get back on track, but we went through a whole lot. We went through a whole lot of poverty. We went through a whole lot of struggle. And had it not been for God, had it not been for our relationship with God and living a Christian lifestyle and living by the Holy Bible and implementing those principles and that mindset, those laws and teachings into our life, we would not be here today. We would be broke, busted, and disgusted, still on government support like we once were. We would still be there. And it's a lot of people who are still there, who are our age, in their 30s, and been there since their 20s and still there. So listen to me. Focus on your life, whether that's with college or without college. Focus on building you. Don't worry about a relationship. Don't even look for no relationship. If a relationship finds you, guess what? Make sure you got the wisdom and the knowledge. Make sure that you done took the classes outside of school. So you in school, or if you're not in school, make sure you done went on TonyGassonAcademy.com and you done took the love and relationship courses. So that if a relationship finds you, make sure while you like to read, make sure you done read Make It Work. Make sure you done read A Woman's Influence so you have relationship knowledge. And I remember talking to my wife and she would say, I was like, baby, you such a classy woman. You so classy and you respectable and you strong. I said, why did you, let me sleep with you unprotected? And she said, to be honest with you, I had no clue. She said, I had never been allowed to date in high school, could not go on a single date in entire high school. She said, my mom never had a conversation with me about guys. Never said, if you sleep with a guy, this is a contraceptive. This is what you're supposed to use. She was like, yeah, of course you probably hear of it and you know that it's out there, but you just thinking this what you do in a relationship. And I could tell when I met her that to the ways of men, just like the nuances, that she was naive to it. I could tell it. Now, she was strong in the sense of, you're not going to do nothing with me that I'm not ready to do. You're not going to yell at me. You're not going to curse at me. You're not going to come in here anytime you get ready. But once you get past those standards, I could tell that inside of the relationship, she wasn't experienced. You know, she wasn't experiencing nobody's bedroom. She wasn't experiencing all of that, of like the nuances of it. So me being ruthless, me being immature man, I'm looking to get what's for me. In the process, I fell in love with her. But guess what? Before her, it was several women that I was the same way, and I did not fall in love with them. So guess what? They got the rule. They were a part of the rule. Those situationships were a part of the rule. My wife and what happened with us was the exception. So that's what you got to realize. That if you don't have the knowledge, you could bump into who you think is your life partner. But if you don't know what you're doing, and it ain't just about wearing a condom and sex. If you don't understand behavior, if you don't understand the test that's going to come, if you don't understand that you shouldn't even be on your back, that you need to be waiting, if you don't understand every little caveat and nuance, guess what? You're going to get caught up and you're going to get burnt. You're going to get burnt. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get scarred. And then by the time you are of age and you ready, you damaged. You jaded. Your perception is skewed. You damaged. You hurt. You're upset. You got bitterness. You got pain. And it's because you were doing too much when you didn't know enough. That's what happens. So if you under 25, focus on your money, meaning your education or your business. Focus on getting knowledge. Learn what it is to be a person of character, of high character, morals, values. Develop your belief system, your faith. Learn about finances. Learn about how to build your life. You need to go through the school of life. Any courses, any books, any YouTube videos, that's what you need to be focusing on. Do not focus on love and relationships. Now, if you are a parent watching this and you happen to watch this because you got somebody who is between 18 and 25, send them this video. Don't send them the video. They're not going to watch it. Sit down beside them and let them watch it. And listen, I'm telling you, I know you think you're grown. I know you think you're grown. I know you think you're ready for love. I know somebody told you that you're supposed to meet your husband or your wife in college. I know you get bored. I know you get lonely. I know you want some energy from the opposite sex. I know you want to, have your little something cute and cuddly. I know all your friends might be doing it. Guess what? If you bump into it, just be ready for it. So that if you bump into it, then, and you ready for it, meaning that you got the knowledge, you got the wisdom, you have the standards, you have your morals and values, you have your do's and don'ts. I'm not going to sleep with this person. I'm not going to let this person stay the night at my house. I'm not loaning any money to this person. I'm not doing anything oral or normal intercourse. And you may not be wanting to wait till marriage, but you at least need to have some stipulation that say, I'm not doing anything inside of 6 months, inside of 3 months. Now, I'm not condoning that, but I can't tell everybody how to live their life. Yes, you should be waiting until marriage. For the Bible thumpers out there that get mad at me for not hitting people across the head with the Bible. Oh, you shouldn't be telling them that. Oh, you shouldn't even gave her out. You need to preach the word of God. Everybody don't believe in God. And you're not going to make somebody believe in God by hitting them across the head with a Bible. Everybody don't believe in waiting until marriage. And you're not going to make them believe in waiting in marriage by hitting them across the head with a scripture that they don't even care and they don't even respect. So you got to talk to people where they at. So if you're not going to wait till marriage, if you can't wait till marriage, you at least need to have a stipulation. Don't be no one night stand. Don't be no first nighter. And I'm going to tell you this right here. The key number is You have to talk to this person every single day for at least 6 months to know if it's real. Every single day, you got to talk to this person on the phone or in person every single day for at least 6 months. If you give your body to somebody inside of 6 months, you lost. You done lost. You done lost. You got a 90% chance of failure if you give your body away inside of 6 months. Your mouth, singing on the microphone, eating peach cobbler, oral, your mouth or your body. If you give your body away inside of 6 months, you got a 90% chance of that relationship failing. You might have a 99% chance. Me and my wife, we both were young and dumb. We are an exception to the rule. We are an exception to the rule. When it comes to dating in college, getting married in college. We got married in college, had a child in college. We're an exception to the rule. That's why I do the work that I do. You might not be called to this, so God might not spare you the same way. You might have another lesson coming to you. God spared me and allowed me to do it the wrong way. I did it the wrong way, under the wrong influence. But God turned what was meant for evil, turned it into good, so that I could use my story to help hundreds of thousands, millions of people. I've helped millions of people in my career. Millions. So that's why I was spared to do this work. You might not get the same grace. Everybody's grace ain't the same. Different people get different lessons. It's some people that the first time they slept with somebody, they caught a disease that is incurable. I've coached people that the very first time they slept with somebody, they caught a disease that is incurable, that they'll have for the rest of their life. Is it fair? No, it's not fair. But that's their lot in life. That's their lesson. Everybody grace, everybody life, everybody lessons is not the same. So listen to me. You want to be smart. You want to be fast. You want to be mannish. You want to be fresh. You want to be grown. You want to be loose booty. Guess what? You're going to end up paying a price that you can't afford. So save yourself. Get your chips together. Get your coins together. Get your business in line. So you ought to be either graduating and going to higher learning, graduate school, or you need to be graduating and going and getting your job or starting your company. If you ain't going to college, you need to be starting your company, and your focus need to be taking marketing classes, business classes, entrepreneurship classes, reading all the blogs, reading all the articles, reading all the books, watching all the YouTube videos to build and scale your business. Build you a brand, personal brand, and scale it. That's where your focus need to be. That's where your focus need to be. You cannot be focused on love and relationship, trying to have your booty open and out here. Yeah, I know it sounds nasty, but that's how you look, nasty. When you ain't even got your life together, when you too young to even really understand anything about love and relationships, and you worrying about kissing somebody in their mouth. You worrying about having you a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You worried about the wrong thing, and that's gonna cost you. Get your knowledge, get your stuff together. My sister-in-law, she's single, and she in residency. She a doctor, so she getting paid, and she getting to practice in her field, and she ain't got no boyfriend. My other sister-in-law, she got her little boyfriend, but he know his place. He know where he fit in at. He ain't trying to be no distraction. He stay out the way. He support. And she's a lawyer. She just finished law school. Neither one of them in a serious relationship. They was able to look at their older sister, and they were able to get lessons from her life. Whether they may say that or not, they were able to learn that, okay, hey, I'm glad it worked out, but if I can avoid going through what you had to go through, I'm going to do it this way. And things worked out. But don't do something because it worked out for somebody else, when you could take an easier route, an easier path, and make it work for you. Make it work for you. Because guess what's going to happen? When you build yourself and you get that stuff in order, When you get ready to date at 26, 27, 28, now you more attractive anyways, because you got your own apartment, you got your own car, you got your own money coming in. You completely independent. You completely independent. You're not dependent on student loans. You're not dependent on your parents' income. You completely independent. So if you were a 6, now you are 8 or a 9 on the look scale. If the person who was perceiving you would have saw you as a 7 in college, or before you got your own place, own car, own job, own money, if they would have saw you as a 7, now they're gonna see you as a 9, because you're completely independent. So listen, focus on you. Focus on you. Let love find you. Let love find you. And for a man, what I mean by that is, you're gonna bump into your wife. You're gonna bump into her, and you're gonna know that it's her. You're gonna know that's her. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna know. And for the woman, you're gonna bump into your husband. He gonna know that it's you. He's gonna approach you. You ain't gonna have to approach him. He's gonna approach you. You're gonna be able to go on a few dates, and you're gonna be able to tell. You're gonna be able to start dating him. In the first 3 to 6 months, you're gonna be able to tell if that's your husband. If it's not, he's a distraction before destiny. Sometimes when you're pursuing destiny, you'll be sent a distraction that look like destiny. You'll be able to tell the difference, especially if you're getting this knowledge. So if your mama or your daddy sent this video to you, make sure you subscribe and you keep getting this knowledge before you get out there in the field and be out there loose booted. Hey, this Tony. God bless you. My video for dating 55 and up. I have not been 55. I done been 25. I have not been 55. But I'm going to talk to y'all in another video. God bless you.